through the Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Welcome, fans, to another episode of The Spread. I'm your host, Jim Sella, in studio with Jay Dash today. Dash seems like he's going to make me do all the work. I don't quite understand this segment. We're going to go with it anyway. It's going to sound pretty bad, but I hope you stick with us. A couple quick MLB updates for you. The Boston Red Sox called up 27-year-old Cuban prospect Rusney Castillo. If Madden was here, he'd be yelling Cuba in the background. Jackie Bradley was optioned back to AAA. Castillo signed a big deal in the offseason with Boston, $72.5 million, so this guy's kind of somebody they're banking on. So hopefully he can do something for them because they've been garbage as of late. The Cubs traded catcher Wellington Castillo to the Mariners for young reliever, some dude's name who I can't pronounce. Who is this, Dash?
Yoervis Medina. He should help the Cubs bullpen. They have Miguel Montero at catcher. Get rid of Castillo. I like this move for the Cubs.
I can handle doing this segment as long as I don't have to read anything that's not English. Mets third baseman David Wright, probably maybe not their best player now, but at least in the last 10 years, he's been diagnosed with spinal stenosis. He's had multiple setbacks after being injured early this season. No return date right now. Maybe we can get on with Brandon, find out what spinal stenosis really is. And I'm not too sure on that.
The Mets will be getting Travis d'Arnaud back probably at the beginning of next week, though, so he'll be some help offensively.
Orioles reliever Brian Mattis was ejected from Saturday's game with the Marlins for having a foreign substance on his arm. He's been suspended 8 games. This is the second reliever to recently been ejected from a game. Brewers pitcher Will Smith, not the rapper, was ejected earlier this month for the same reason. If it was Will Smith, the rapper, he probably would have just got jiggy with it on the mound. Everybody would have started dancing to the Miami song, and they would have just moved on.
Relievers just don't understand.
They don't. The Reds got a scare this week after injury-prone ace Johnny Cueto felt some discomfort in his arm. However, everything appears to be okay after an examination. I don't wish injury on anybody, but if you're a Pirate fan, you really don't want this guy to be okay. He did miss a start Sunday, but he could get back on the mound this weekend, so we'll see. Another guy that's hurt, James Loney. He's been placed on the DL for the second time this year. He has a broken finger this time. He's expected to miss 6 weeks. Drug addict Josh Hamilton made his season debut for the hot-hitting Rangers this week. He was 0 for 3 with a run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Jokingly say drug addict because he is in remission now because he was only doing drugs last month, and this month he is not. So therefore he has been rehabbed by the Rangers. The Giants' supposed replacement for Pavel Sandoval this season, Casey McGee, has been optioned to the minors after hitting a measly 200 in 118 plate appearances this season. Sandoval had hit .294 in 6+ seasons with the Giants with 106 home runs and 462 RBIs. Not only that, this guy was a stud in the playoffs every time they were there, always coming through with clutch hits and clutch plays. This Casey McGee, I don't know, it seems like he should be playing for the Buccos. 200. He used to. Well, no. Why do they think he's hitting 200? See? I'm a genius. Reds catcher Devin Mesoraco has dealt with a hip injury all year, being a little girl. He was placed on the 15-day disabled this Monday. He hasn't even caught a game since early April, so don't expect to see him playing too well, even if he does come back off that 15-day DL right away.
This guy is from Punxsutawney. Yeah, I always root for him.
I hate that groundhog. Cards lefty prospect Marco Gonzalez has been diagnosed with a shoulder impingement that'll keep him out for at least 3 weeks. Everybody in baseball is a giant girl these days.
He's a pitcher, man. What do you expect? You just want him to pitch through shoulder injuries?
Shoulder impingement. Isn't that just like a sore shoulder, dude?
It's an impinged shoulder.
An impinged shoulder, okay. Well, again, we're going to get a hold of Brandon and find out how serious this is. Tuesday, the Braves traded Alberto Calaspo for Juan Uribe and a 6-player deal. It opens up room at third base for Justin Turner in the short term for the Dodgers, though Hector Olivera is expected to take over later this season. Is that the dude they signed from Cuba?
Yes, sir.
Everybody has a Cuba guy now.
Please believe.
Well, why isn't Cuba Gooding Jr. getting a job?
He has a job on Big Time Hollywood.
That's a terrible show.
You've never even seen it.
Because it's so bad I don't have to watch it.
Okay.
The Nationals outfielder Jason Worth, he's going to miss at least 2 months with 2 fractures in his left wrist. Prospect Michael Taylor is a candidate for more playing time. Cards took a major blow. Their first baseman, Matt Adams, is expected to miss 3 to 4 months with a torn quad. He's already beginning to lose playing time to Mark Reynolds anyway. But you still like a guy like this in your lineup, and in
Slippery Rock.
All right, geez, everybody's from PA now. All right.
Please believe.
I guess.
PA produces hitters.
Just not JK-47. Blew out his knees. Another guy for the Cards, outfielder Matt Holliday, he set an NL record by reaching base on his 43rd straight game to start the season. The Major League record is 53, set by my boy Derek Jeter in 96. And we all know you hate Jeter, so...
I never said I hated Jeter.
Yeah, you always say you hate Jeter.
That's just ridiculous.
It's the truth. The Red Sox lefty prospect Eduardo Rodriguez made his ML debut Thursday against the Rangers. We had talked about this guy in a prospect segment we'd done about a week ago.
Correct.
All
No,
right.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. He went 7 2/3 innings. He only gave up 3 hits, 0 earned runs, had 2 walks and 7 Ks, got the win. This is a guy Boston needs to keep going in the rotation. Their offense has been really bad, so if they want any chance to win in that, I don't know if I should say even or weak AL East division, because they're all kind of hovering right around the same spot. If they can get hot pitchers, they got a shot. Well, that's it for our MLB update for this week. I want to thank you, Dash, for coming in studio and doing nothing. I want to thank you, fans, for listening. You guys can follow us on Twitter at bet_the_spread. You can follow me on Twitter at betjimthewin. You can check out our website at thespreadnews.simplesite.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to that YouTube channel.